We're at Llandow today to do something tyre related on a stack of A2 bikes. Now I say tyre related because most bikes come on what is known as OE tyres, and OE tyres can vary in terms of performance. Now what manufacturers tend to do is they'll ask a tyre manufacturer to create a tyre that meets specific criteria. Now there's nothing actually wrong with this at all, because they've put their bikes through the paces, their testers have, and they think that the tyre they've put on will suit most people. It's exactly the same kind of thing as a standard suspension setup. It's set up to meet a larger, to make a broader appeal to more people, it will suit more people, and it's the same with tyres. However, you can very much increase the performance of a bike, especially when it comes to sporting endeavours, by fitting a set of non-OE tyres, and that's why we're here. The first bike we've got today is Yamaha's MT-03, and now we have KTM's naughty little Duke 390. Now we have Honda's CBR500R. Lastly, Kawasaki's Ninja 400, a great little bike. Now originally, young Carl was supposed to come and do this with us because, well, let's be honest, he's around about the right age for A2, and more importantly, he's got the right haircut. But sadly, he had to pull out at the last minute, so I had to drag another old friend along. So we've got Gary back here.
Good morning. Talking of hair, well, I don't have the right hair. I'm going bald, I'm grey, and I also have a helmet hair as well because I've ridden down my GS this morning.
Fresh from his victory over Carl at the Jersey Bully Bay hill climb, I gave Gary a call last night and he said, yeah, no problem at all. So what we're going to do, Gary, is basically you and I are going to have two of these bikes each. Yeah?
Oh, okay, right.
Okay. And what we're going to do is we'll go get used to them quickly on the standard tyres, and then we're going to do some lap times.
Okay.
Okay. And then,
do we have an abacus for me?
But then what we'll do is we will change rubber halfway through the day, okay, to what is an aftermarket product you may or may not be familiar with. So then we'll get used to scrub them in, get used to them, and then we'll put some lap times in and just see what kind of a difference aftermarket rubber can make.
Okay, fair enough, sounds good to me. Yep.
Now then, you've now got a choice to make. Okay?
Have I really?
Yes, you do. And because I broke your intercom this morning, you will get the first choice of bikes. So you need to choose one naked and one sports bike from the four.
The Duke 390, very good things about that. A bit of a hooligan machine, even though it's only a 390. And the Ninja 400. I'd like to have a go on one of those. Hear very good things about that as well. So that's my pick of the day.
And that's me royally boned, but then I broke his ship, so I had to give it a choice.
In all our years together, I've only seen you crash twice.
And it's been on the same corner.
It's both right there.
Yeah, a different crashes mine. The other one was the front end, and this one, the rear just slid out. I mean, it was only my first few laps on it, which is a shame, but I already wasn't feeling particularly comfortable riding it hard. So yeah, we'll have a damage assessment, and I'll say sorry to
the problem
the
is
big
with
boss.
these things is that there's just absolutely no ground clearance whatsoever.
Yeah.
And you reach that limit immediately.
Yeah.
Within 2 laps, this is just down everywhere.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, even.
And that's in 2 laps. It's been like, oh god, it's been so long since I've had a fucking crash.
So you've broken the bike. Do you know that you broke my intercom this morning?
I did.
I actually fitted this lap timer to that bike you just crashed this morning, and to make it 2 out of 2, You've just broken this as well.
Oh, Jesus!
Just make sure you don't break my TS over there, or you will be in serious trouble.
I hope that's my 3 for today.
Yeah.
I hope
yeah,
that's my
3.
3 for today.
Yeah, that and the bike. Yeah.
Sorry, I'll ask you a question. Looks like you've started using the tyre on the 400.
Yeah, I think I'm up to pace now on both these two. I really wouldn't want to go much faster than I'm going currently on the current setup. There's two things really. One is the ground clearance, there's none, and you just can't keep your feet out of the way. And everything's going down, the pegs, the brake lever, the gear lever, everything's going down. And then there's the OE rubber, which is what we're here for. So it'll be interesting this afternoon when we put the R11s in to see the difference really. But you know, I think it probably could be minimal, could be simple because you can't lean them over. You cannot literally go through the corners that much faster than I'm going. Or at least I can't anyway. So we'll see. Interesting.
So, status. First session down. Obviously, you saw what happened, and funnily enough, the only time I've crashed here is on that exact corner about 7 or 8 years ago. But status update. The Yamaha feels really good. It's obviously not as potent as the KTM, but it feels good. But it already, within 2 laps, I could feel the tyres didn't support it the way it deserves. But then they're kind of not supposed to, because as we said before, these are OE, they're designed for miles on the road, they'll be absolutely fine. You know, it's just where silly sod's taking it on track. But I like the bike. The Honda, I have had the Honda on track before, and what I don't like about it, especially after having an off and then having a minor crisis of confidence, is you can't get any weight through the front. So when you're trying to exit a turn, the front's just there's no feel at all, and it's actually really hard to hold a line coming out of a turn on it.
The problem is
Planning coming off any more today or what?
Listen, just because I disturbed your snooze.
Okay fellas, we've got the R11s on.
Yeah.
After a fair bit of faffing. The
Yep.
news is,
Yeah.
the challenge that we are doing this afternoon is who can improve on their time by the most amount on the new tyres compared to the OE tyres.
no pressure then.
No pressure. Okay.
So you're asking us to ride as fast as we can.
You've got to do as fast as you possibly can, but you have got all afternoon.
Okay.
Righto. They'll need all afternoon.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's crack on then, shall we? how much better is that? Having grip. Oh, so much better with some grip. I mean, just so much. I'm starting to go through that corner again, because that's what I was losing all my time.
Yeah.
I was just going through and thinking, I'm just going to take it easy, even one of these. Good.
I should have 20-second laps.
Lap count 20. Well, apparently I did 20 laps. But yeah, it was just, I've just got to the point though where I would have had to have start digging the pegs in to push it harder, and I'm at the point where, having already crashed it once today, I don't want to.
No, you don't.
You've gone 2 seconds faster.
Yeah.
And you're not able to lean it over anymore, right? That's just the confidence.
But it's not budged yet, and it's just drawing me in to go faster and faster.
Yeah.
And that's what I pulled in.
Yeah. Well, I had to go on yours, and well, that's actually got some go to it.
It's all right,
compared to the Yamaha though, which is just smooth and there's no kick, there's no nothing, and that's actually got some oomph to it. But I instantly went 3 seconds faster.
Yeah.
Like within my third flying lap, 3 seconds quicker than on the MT. Wow.
There you go.
That is a good bit of kit. That.
You know, when you look at them, the similar things sit up.
Yeah.
You know, sort of hooligan street fighter type style, and to just instantly go that amount quicker. Same rubber as well. Both got R11s.
Yeah, same rubber. But it's just quick. It's so much faster than that. You can feel it. The engine.
That's all right.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I actually think this is a good little bike, but just that's kicks its ass. Tried it. Really, I'd love to. I'd fucking love to. But that was nice. That feel a bit of confidence coming back now.
Yeah, good.
Just a little bit. It takes a bit. I still can't go through that fucking corner. Every time I go through, I go.
It takes time though, doesn't it?
Always.
It does take time.
I just don't want to cost us any more money today. Apart from a few pegs, maybe.
Yeah,
exhaust
maybe.
covers.
Yeah.
Right, I'm starting to get giddy now.
Yeah. Everything's down now, whereas before it wasn't all down this morning. It was on that, but not on that. But everything on that now is down.
Right.
And I can't really. I don't want to try and go any faster on it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And I think the point's proven that 2 seconds a lap faster.
Yep. Job done.
How'd you get on then, Beach?
By the end of the day, I was feeling a little bit like my normal self, thank you. And yeah, it was really interesting. Not just wrapping the tyres, but it was one of those kind of like impromptu psychological kind of lessons where something silly happens at the start of the day, and then it's about what it does.
Regrouping and
yeah, and it does. And I didn't go through that corner right, even though I got my shit together around the rest of the track. I didn't go through that corner right for the rest of the day. I just couldn't. It's bizarre, isn't it? But let's get on to the tyres. Oh my god, the difference was phenomenal. Now I know they're race tyres, technically, aren't they?
Well,
but
yeah, they are. Yeah,
they're road tyres as well.
yeah, they're road tyres. They are race tyres, but they're road legal race tyres. But I think it just highlights the point today that if you are going to ride these bikes pretty quickly or take them on track, then it's certainly worth an upgrade, isn't it?
I think it's definitely worth an upgrade because I don't know about you, but I didn't feel comfortable on any of the standard tyres that I rode. You knew within like 3 laps where the limit was, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a couple I felt all right, but you soon got to the limit of them. There was a pair that I didn't feel all right on at all.
Me too.
You got to the limit and very, very, very easily and very quickly. To the point where I thought that any tyre better than that was on it would literally tie the bike in knots, but it didn't, did it? It actually made it better.
I was really surprised by that. Yeah, everyone. I mean, you'd already got down to some really good times, so you were knocking a couple of seconds off here and there with the stickier tyres on, weren't you?
Yeah, not 2 seconds off the Ninja time and 1.5 seconds off the KTM.
Yeah, and I did 4 seconds on the Honda and almost 3 seconds on the MT, but at least a second of that was me getting my crap together.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a nice. So let's say roughly we were kind of 2.5 seconds.
I think between 1.5 and 2.5 seconds improvement.
Yeah, and I mean I was really struggling with the Honda. I couldn't get my head around the front end. It was like it wanted to run wide everywhere. But as soon as I had the grip on it, it wasn't such an issue. I just knew I was confident I could throw it in. I could get on these things. You get on the gas really early, can't you?
Yeah.
That.
You're not off the gas, are you? Really?
No, not much. No.
The thing is, I'd gone your 100 then just at the end, and got flagged. Got black flagged because I was ripping the tarmac up by scraping it everywhere.
Yeah.
A lot of that probably because I'm heavy. Secondly, because there's literally no ground clearance on it. I'll tell you what, that wouldn't be a bad bike, you know, if you lifted everything up out of the way. I'd say that'd be not. I don't know, it'd be interesting to ride it with some ground clearance.
Yeah, well, I mean, we said before, Ninja's definitely a better bike.
Yeah,
I think the KTM's a better bike. But if I had to buy one of these bikes at my 6'2" and all the rest of it, I'd buy the Honda for the road.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I would as well. You can commute on it, can't you? It's easy to ride,
it's comfy.
Easy to commute on.
Yeah. You've got big fat finger telephone buttons.
Yeah, you can get in with your big fat gloves.
Yeah, it's good. And one thing that was kind of I found really fun, and again, it's probably linked to crashing, but as soon as anything touched down, I was like, right, I knew roughly at each corner at what lean things were going to touch down. So I tried to just get it, just a little, and try to ride around the ground clearance issues. And that was kind of fun, you know.
Different way of riding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than trying to get as much lean as you can, you're actually trying to get the bike around as fast as you can with as little lean as you could.
Yeah.
So it's like an opposite to what we normally do. Right?
And some of them were it's hilarious. I got on the KTM. I mean, look, I really like that little Yamaha. I actually really like it, even though I fell off it. I like it, but I went 3 seconds faster on my 3rd lap on the KTM instantly.
Yeah.
It's that much better.
It's a good bike, isn't it?
A really good bike, and even funnier because we've got that much tyre we can't even use on it.
Yeah.
It's still brand new, isn't it? The edge of the tyres.
Ready to race, as KTM say.
Yeah, ready to race. So
it shows.
Yeah, it does. So so the tyres, fabulous. Well worth sticking on. Better tyres on your A2 bike. But as we were talking about before, very possibly something more mid-range. So from your range, S21, that kind of thing.
S21, yeah, something like that.
Still way more grip than these need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think if you were commuting on some of these, which I would imagine A2 licence riders probably are, because I doubt many of them have actually got one of these and a car. So if you're going to ride it, you know, sort of all season, all year round, then S21s be absolutely perfect for something like that.
They would, wouldn't they? Yeah, absolutely. And you'd get the mileage out of them as well.
Yeah. But you soon find the limits
on the OE tyres. Well, it's an important lesson because, do you know, I used to know a couple of people who would insist on ordering OE tyres from their dealer, and I'd just sit there going, "What are you doing?" And they would come out with a perfectly good idea, which is, well, the manufacturer put the time in, and this is what they wanted, and this is the tyre they want for the bike. And do you know what? All right, if that's what you want,
but
fine.
The thing is, you know, we've done today what these aren't designed for. Dragging them around a racetrack.
Yeah.
So although they're more than capable of doing it, and you do it on any bike, can't you? Really, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you're doing what you want.
Yeah.
But you know, essentially, they're an A2 licence bike for road riders, and that's OE tyres are designed to suit that criteria. We've taken these bikes out of that comfort zone. But just go again, though. Having said that, if you were to ride swiftly on the road,
Mm-hmm.
if you're an half decent rider, you'd soon come to the limits of the bike, the ground clearance, and the tyres, wouldn't you?
Well, I was just about to say I did a test, an A2 test with Carl recently, and we had that problem on the road when we were going for cornering photos. It got to a point where all of a sudden it was all right, it was fine, and then when you really start to push, you're kind of like, I don't want to go any further.
Yeah, I mean, the CBR500, you would easily find the limits of that bike on the road. KTM, far less so. Ninja, far less. A good bike, that Ninja.
Very good, yeah, brilliant bike.
And the MT-03, again, it's like the CBR. It's easy to find the limits on it. The other two are, you can tell there's a little bit more race or sportiness in them, shall we say.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, they are good. I mean, you definitely had the best two bikes there, without a doubt. I jumped on the Ninja and went, oh, that's so good.
But I've ridden them all. I've taken the opportunity to ride them all. I like to do that because it's good for the experience and good to know what's out there.
Yeah.
But they're all probably good in very different ways, aren't they? And I mean very, very different ways. But you're right. If I was going to buy one for the road, I'd buy the Honda.
Yeah, me too.
If I was then going to take it on track, I would seriously look at getting some rear sets and lifting that can up and stuff. So I reckon that'd be a capable bike, with some ground clearance.
Oh yeah, it would do. Personally speaking, I'd drop the front a bit, but that's just me to get a bit of weight through the front. But that is probably the one I'd buy too as a road bike, because it's just nice.
Yeah. If I was just messing about on a Sunday, I'd probably buy the KTM.
Well, yeah, there's that. And if
down the lanes.
And if I was just commuting in town, I'd probably buy the bloody Yamaha.
Yeah. So they're all brilliant and all not so brilliant in many, many different ways.
Exactly, and they're all awesome on sticky tyres.
All very good on sticky tyres. Yeah.
Mate, thank you very much.
No, thanks for the last minute invite.
Yeah, cheers, dude. Thanks for helping us out.
Not a problem.